What up, Ho Biscuits? It's your girl Skitten, back at it again. What are you chuckling about over there, husband? You have been laughing nefariously for the past 45 seconds.
I toned it back.
I feel like you were up to something. What?
I toned it back when the video started. I realized that the title of this video is called Childhood. And I was just wondering how you were going to make this very enjoyable, happy video very sad. Come on, tell us a story.
I had a good childhood.
Yeah, sitting in this chair is real familiar, isn't it?
Other than the chair restriction and the various traumas that I suffered, I was a happy kid.
You was happy because all you watched was Disney Channel. They bored it into your brain.
I watch the Food Channel sometimes.
Disney Channel, Food Channel.
Yeah.
And video games. Good job. It's a complete breakfast.
I made all of my friends on MuggleNet.com. It's a Harry Potter fan site, and there was a chat room.
I got my wife a spinning snitch fidget spinner, because that's all she knows about, guys.
Snitching bitch fidget spinner. Auntie Cousins, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are staying safe and sanitized. Today, we are here to watch internet historian... Today, we are here to watch internet historian's new video called Childhood. It's on his Incognito mode, so if you guys haven't seen it already, go ahead and see it. But I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for me, and you want to know how I know?
How?
Because you've been commenting under every video. Every video. SCP video, hey, internet historian has released on both channels. Reddit video, hey, internet historian released on both, I don't know if you know, but internet historian released on both channels. Meme video, did you forget that I didn't forget. Actually, mostly it was really that I was really sick.
My wife is sickly. Why do you guys always forget? She's an old lady wrapped up in a young person's body. She's on her deathbed at all times.
But no, actually, I'm super excited. I've been waiting to shoot this video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
Childhood. What's the deal with children? Is this a child? If children are the future, how come they never see it coming? One day you will save Gotham. And how come they always get to be on the milk carton? I want a turn. Free candy? I want some. Aha! I got one. Give me all your NFTs. This must be their lair. There's got to be some MILFs around here somewhere.
Please, sir. I want some more.
More?
More?
Certainly. Have all of the NFTs you can eat. All this and more on this episode of In the
So, internet historian, I see you are in the field for the 12th time. Would you like to explain that for us?
Yes, well, you see, I can't get the main channel video finished, and so I just keep pumping these out.
And so why is that? Interesting. And it has nothing to do with the fact that you were recently found to be the world's gayest man third in the run?
Oh, not again. No, everyone's coming out from behind the curtains. Put the cake away. We're not doing this again. I'm not putting on the hat.
But really, man, congratulations. I know you've been gunning for that.
Do I read my speech? I did prepare this.
Please, go.
Yeah, okay.
So the camera's right there.
I want to thank my parents, Jesus. I want to thank the Academy. Of course, my biggest inspiration, my muse. Many kudos. I learned from the best.
I'm shining down on you from like Mufasa.
Yeah, I mean, if he was still alive today, surely he would have won this award, but I'm still grateful to accept it on his behalf.
Thank you.
What's the closest you've come to dying?
I fell off a cliff.
Okay. Are you fucking serious?
I hope he's being facetious.
I think I must have been about 12. I was there with my mate, and I fell off it. The thing that sort of saved me was I fell through a tree.
Oh, sure.
My God.
All the way down to the ground. And I was
What the fuck?
And then I sort of stood up, and I was like, oh, I'm not dead. I really feel like I should be dead.
Yeah.
I looked up, and I was like, holy shit, that was a long way. My mate saw some of it happen. And he comes like running down. He's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And then I'm like in this state of shock.
Sure.
I'm like, oh, can we just go get like an ice cream at the dairy? We walk down to this dairy and we get an ice cream each. We start walking back and then the shock wears off.
Yeah.
And I just start crying. Yeah, that must have been like doubly weird for him.
Was your ice cream not nice? We can swap, man. It's fine. I fell into a wet hole, which would have been like a very nice, like cyclical way of having a life.
Yeah.
I was like 3. That has to be one of my earliest memories.
Oh, that's when you snapped into consciousness.
Yeah, I guess this is the moment where I was plugged into the Matrix finally. It was out in the country with this really large like property, and Dad had been digging these like holes to plant trees in, and they were really deep holes.
Right.
Really wide and really deep.
Lost bodies.
Yeah, that too. I was meant to be one of them, I think. But it had rained the day before. And so these holes that Dad had dug were now full of water. 3-year-old me waddling around like, oh, this is great. I don't know what happened. I lost my footing and I slipped into this tree hole. I don't know whether or not I would have actually drowned, or if it was one of the things if I actually just like relaxed, my feet would have landed on the ground.
Right.
But in my toddler brain, I was like, I don't know how to swim. I'm in a body of water and I need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So I just remember screaming my lungs out, and I have a vivid memory of grasping at dirt and grass like on the edge of the thing, desperately trying to pull myself out of this watery grave. And my dad like thankfully heard and sprinted down and like, you know, yoinked me out of the hole. And then I think he spanked me for being an idiot and falling in the hole.
Yeah, parenthood. You beat that half-dead kid. He'll never do it again.
That's like the universal parental response to like your child almost dying.
Then I beat his ass.
Like, I don't know what it is about like punishing your kids for like almost unaliving themselves.
Near-death experience, my hand. Never again.
What do you feel like is the closest that you've come to dying as a child?
One time I was eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I was sitting in my grandfather's barn, and I was sitting in a chair. And in this gigantic barn, there's only one chair, and I was sitting in it by myself. And my sister wanted to sit in that chair. She came with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, so she shoved me off the chair, and my head hit a spike of farm equipment, and it hit me right in this part of the back of my head. And then she sat down and ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich while I bled. So I don't know if I almost died, but that was pretty bad.
Why would you tell that story on the internet?
You asked.
You said I was going to make it sad, but you just made it sad.
I don't feel sad. I'm fine. Missing a couple brain cells up there. Been weird ever since, but what difference does that make?
Oh my God.
True story.
It's just like, come on, Dad, I've already learned a lesson.
Prom. I never got to go to prom.
Did you ever go to a school formal?
Yeah, I was a nerd, so that sort of stuff is pretty uneventful to me. I went to the first one, but I don't like to dance.
Yeah.
And so
I went to quite a few.
Ooh,
only,
many kudos went to many
like,
formals.
No, stop.
We should start calling them many formals.
Well, here's the only thing I remember out of every formal I went to, my entire high school experience was going to the bathroom, and there was 3 stools, and the one in the middle was free. And as I go in, these 2 dudes come out of the 2 toilets flanking it, and they're like, "Do you want to race us?" And I was like, "No." And then they're like, "Oh," and they closed the door, and then they started like, just I guess see who could shit the quickest.
What?
That's
What?
That's the only thing I remember from any formal.
What? Never mind.
Did you ever get the Condom Talk or the?
I think my dad, like, sort of tried to have that conversation with me. I think he just wanted to say, you know, look, if you had any questions, it's like, it's fine. I'll just Google it.
I think I was like 14, and I was sitting on the computer just chilling, and Mum like came over, and she's like, she had like a, like a banana or a cucumber, and she's like,
right, I can picture it.
We need to do this, and I was like, Mum, I've already learned it. I'm not doing this.
So she sat down on the couch, right? She's lit a couple of candles.
Okay, no candles, no candles. day. It was very neutral. I was sitting at my computer, probably playing World of Warcraft.
Right.
I know you don't want to, but we need to do this. And I saw the banana or whatever it was and the condom, and I was like,
oh my god, so she put the condom in her mouth and then
no,
what?
stop! It didn't happen. Let's just say maybe I wish I had learnt it again, because that could have been helpful down the line.
Why? What happened? You put condoms on bananas?
Well, I was putting them on my balls a lot. Turns out it's like completely the wrong place.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you put it where? What?
I like the idea that you get home from the grocery and you've got this bowl full of bananas in the kitchen. You go, all right, well, I got to keep them fresh. Then you get out your pack of condoms, as my mum taught me to do.
These banana wrappers are great. I like the flavoured ones. It pumps a nice chocolate flavour to the banana.
Makes them real slippery, though.
Disgusting.
Did you get a talk from your mom or from your parents?
I did not. My talk involved my mom going, I don't want no kids. And I was like, for sure. I won't have none.
Everything I learned about sex, I learned from Harlequin romance novels.
That sounds like a healthy relationship between you and sex.
The billionaire sheik's secret mistress.
Yeah.
The Greek tycoon's sexy secretary.
After a long ride in the carriage to the countryside, I might not have been in the mood, but something about his eyes.
And then, I don't know, maybe a couple of the young adult novels that I read addressed sex vaguely. But yeah, I never got a formal talk.
If you do it, you'll go to hell. Boop, boop,
My
boop,
mom was
boop.
basically like, if you have sex before you're married, you're a whore.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I don't want to be that. So
I'll try my best.
My name's Nordman. Welcome to a day in my life.
Okay.
Gotta wake up early, 2 a.m. Nord's got servers in every time zone, so you gotta be on the clock if you want to compete. Cold brew for breakfast. Air shower. Rub my teeth with some Himalayan salt. I'm ready to begin the day. Before I head to the gym, I shop around on my phone. Using Nord, I get savings on region-specific pricing. That's a tip. Stay rich. While I'm at the gym, I do sponsor reads. How about Nord? One take. Threat protection. Take your security to the next level. Blocks malware, trackers, and ads. Whee! Don't just invest in the product, invest in the company. Don't mind that, it's just my Nord FT. Nord can also do this. That's one thing they won't teach you in business school. Stay wealthy. But the most important thing, knowledge. Read at least one book per day. Of course, it all makes sense. 3 p.m. Time to shoot my podcast. All right, peasants, here's how to be an alpha. Sorry, no monies. Looks like the podcast is region locked. To view it, you're going to have NordVPN. Or, God forbid, live in Mexico. 6 p.m. Time for business. What's up, Jeff? How's the wife? Just heard about Amazon. Think it could be something big. You give me some stock and I'll give you a 2-year plan with a free bonus month. Well, he must have got disconnected. Now for a good night's rest. And we do it all over tomorrow.
I love the music that he used for it.
You're at NordVPN.com/Incognito to get a huge deal on a 2-year plan, plus a free bonus month, plus also that threat protection thing. Add over.
I love it.
Pregnant.
Search how was Babby formed.
Fertilization. This is ridiculous.
How come this channel can show cum?
But you get demonetized.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Susan. Isn't it crazy that every one of us did this?
Okay, so it goes into the end of what looks like a grape.
The grape surgery.
Right, yeah.
This is where you thought we were going with this fucking video? Just how babies are made?
You know? It's the talk I didn't get as a child, so thank you. I call Internet Historian Father one time on fucking Twitter, and now he's giving me the talk.
I'll handle it, Skitten. This is just for you. The talk you never got. Fuck, that's so good, dude.
Grown up now. Do you feel old yet?
Shut up.
On their journey toward the egg. However, resident cells from the woman's immune system, mistaking the sperm for foreign invaders, destroy thousands.
Yeah, then they put on a stupid wig.
Next, half the sperm head for the empty fallopian tube, while the other half swim toward the tube containing the unfertilized egg.
So it's a 50-50 chance.
Some
okay?
sperm gets trapped in the cilia and die.
It's just a saw trap.
At long last, the sperm reach the egg.
So we get to the egg. All right, at least this is going to be simple, right?
Isn't that how I imagine the egg?
No, I thought it was like a big one
It looks
sort of
like
thing
COVID.
with just a skin on
It's
the
a
outside,
COVID.
like a lychee.
Yeah, exactly. This looks like a subaquatic plant.
They're called creep vines.
Oh, shit,
Ah,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
good.
Is covered with a layer of cells called the corona radiata.
Oh,
It is
don't call
corona.
it that.
The outer layer of the egg,
They
the zona
didn't think that
pellucida.
through.
Zona pellucida. It's like
Just making shit up now.
the Zona pellucida of 1999. It was the best damn concert I ever went to.
I'm getting like survivor's guilt from like the millions of sperm that died in really comical ways.
When we edit this, we'll have it with like a bunch of doing and
Can
like
you put rage faces on all of them as well? It just feels like it's full of all these comical Looney Tunes traps. Like even the part where half of them got the wrong tube.
yeah.
It's like egg this way, done in like rough paint on like a wooden sign.
Which triggers their acrosomes to release digestive enzymes.
This is true.
The fuck?
Yeah.
The first sperm to make contact will fertilize the egg.
So what you're trying to say is that the pussy is kind of like the OG Squid Game.
Yeah.
Because this dude had to fight everyone else through a series of wacky
Mr.
trials.
Beast.
Oh yeah, no, it's true because at the end he gets a daft haircut. Remember?
Yeah, he did.
Just like this.
That was the dumbest part of
But
Squid
it's
Game.
Joins BTS or whatever
Yeah, he
the fuck's
literally
going on.
does.
Sorry. The sperm BTS is too far for me.
Tightly packed
They're not
male
gonna like
genetic
that.
material spreads out.
And it just goes, oh, I don't know. All the spaghetti in its pockets just start falling everywhere.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm so sorry.
The female genetic material, awakened by the fusion of the
Awaken.
Like, what is this? Is this like 2 AA batteries? What is... I don't even know what's happening.
This looks like in Majora's Mask when
This is
you
not
play the
fun.
Song of Time and go back in time.
Oh, yeah, they ripped that one off. Yeah, now we're going to use these massive strings to pull you together. What?
Like the Portuguese
Who
man of war.
designed this?
This is like a Final Fantasy move or something. Like this is like a summon.
plant in a rich leafy vein, growing
Rich,
and maturing for the
urine
next
lining.
9 months.
Yeah, so if anyone asks you, how was Babby formed? It's as simple as that.
Deer farm.
One time, for some reason, I spent a week on a deer farm.
What?
It's like a Simpsons bit.
Yeah, that's my childhood. It's like just different occupations every week. I must have been 9. It was run by this like elderly couple, and they had tons of deer. And the thing about
That's
deer
so
is
many.
you have to have electric fences. Also, the fences have to be quite high because the deer leap.
Correct.
But also, the electric fences have to be stronger than that for cattle.
Really?
Because they kick.
Right.
So they will kick the electric fences. The hooves
Oh.
don't conduct that well, and so you really want to have a strong voltage there. So it's not like a little zap,
Yeah,
zap.
yeah.
It's like fork in the outlet sort of deal.
Right.
So we're feeding these deer, buckets and buckets full of apples. I'm there with my sister and my mum, and my mum's like, grab the gate. And I go over to the gate, unlock it, and then
Your life
I just
changes.
suddenly wake up on the ground.
Ooh, that's fun.
Ooh, I just start crying. Yeah, I just got shocked by this
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
thing, and then I just dropped like a rock. That whole time on the deer farm was pretty fraught with injury, to be honest. Because, like, even when the guy was going around telling us about the deer, he's like, don't stand behind the deer because they will kick. And then as he's saying that, he's standing behind a fucking deer, and it kicks him in the head. And he just goes down like a fucking sack of bricks. And we thought he was dead. And, like, he's fine. Like, he just gets back up. But holy shit.
Slideshow Bobby gets up in the exact same place and the deer just kicks him again. And he just keeps like, getting up again.
Stupid. Oh my God.
That's such a good story.
Do you remember when you learnt why certain words were bad because you accidentally said them or did them in front of your parents?
Yes. When we were very young, the strongest swear word we knew, and if you said it, you would be in enormous trouble. Pain in the ass.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
That's a
Ass
good one.
and damn and crap, like back when those used to be hot shit.
Wanker was like, so I didn't know what it meant. I'm like 10, maybe 11, something like that. I knew the word, so I was just going around like, such and such is wanker.
Yeah.
Such and such is wanker. And then eventually my mum turns to me and she goes, do you know what that word means? And I was like, no. Like, really reluctantly saying, fine, no. And then she's like, it's someone who touches themselves.
Yo!
No!
And then I was so embarrassed. I never said it again. Oh no. It ruined everything.
I remember I was in the mall with my dad and I was just kind of saying words to myself because you're a kid, I guess.
Sega words to myself because I'm a kid.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, go on.
I was going through all the words in my head I could come up that ended with anchor.
Oh no.
Tanker. Banker, and then I just started going through all the other letters just to see if they sounded fun to say, and I said wanker out loud really bad, and I just remember my dad immediately snapped. He just turns, he says, never say that word again, and I was like, oh, and then I just said it on YouTube that 1 million people are going to see, so fuck you, Dad.
They probably have a great relationship, I'm sure.
I was going to say, first of all, y'all parents were tripping about wanker.
Right.
Which, like, as an American, I'm like, wanker.
Wanker.
Okay.
What a hilarious word.
Right, but, like, y'all be saying the C word a lot. A lot. Not obviously online.
Cancer?
No, the other one. Rhymes with punt.
Crunk.
But also, when I was younger, I used to say like frick or frickin'.
Oh yeah,
like,
frick used to be hardcore, man. You frickin' jerk.
Yeah.
Oh man,
what
that
the
was
frick?
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
And then or crap. And
Crap.
my mom like pulled me aside. Was like, the next time you want to say a word like that, say the word expletive. So then I was just walking around saying the word expletive. I would like stub my toe and be like, expletive.
Your mom wanted you to be the biggest fucking loser. Like, she just wanted to breed a fucking loser.
But it was so funny because, I don't know, it's like a month later and she's like, why do you keep saying that word? I was like, you told me to say it.
You did that. What the fuck?
She's like, where did you learn the word expletive? And I was like, you! I'm just thinking about how often. It was like a month straight before she banned me from saying the word because I was saying it so often.
Right. They're like, you're going to grow up cussing a lot.
Because, I was a really accident-prone child.
Mm-hmm.
So every time I hurt myself, expletive.
Instead of training you to be more coordinated, they just wanted to fix your vocabulary.
I'm a freshman at university. Bright-eyed, can't wait to attend my whatever the fuck lecture. I go to this class and I meet these two girls. And one of them I really fancied and the other one I did not fancy all that much.
How come?
Anyway, we got along really well, the three of us, and we're sort of hanging out for a sort of couple hours after class. And then I thought, we'll trade numbers. Mm-hmm. So I got this girl's number.
Nice.
That was the girl A. Now, I wasn't interested in girl A very much. I was interested in girl B.
The girl B model.
We go off our own ways. And, I want to text this girl B. So I send girl A this message. Hey, have you got girl B's number? And, trying to be really sly about it, but it's probably as fucking obvious as it can be.
Yeah. Out of the way I go.
And she says something like, yeah, sure, hold on, I'm in class. And I also had class. So what I then proceeded to do, put my phone in my bag. But this is back in the day when phones had to be locked.
Yeah.
This is buttons.
Yeah, analog. Yeah. Anything and it can just push down a button.
Exactly. When you used to be able to text and drive really easily.
Bring that back.
I know, right?
Texting, driving, drinking.
So now, this particular phone had a very interesting quirk, which was that if you pressed the right button, it opens the menu.
Yes,
but if you press right again,
text.
it goes SMS.
Yes.
And then if you press right again, it goes new message.
Yeah.
And if you press right again, it will go, oh, you must have finished with your message.
Yeah.
It goes to contacts.
Yeah.
So these names are in alphabetical order, right? And her name just happens to be first on that list.
Yep.
And then if you press right again, it will send. So
Yes. And this not only will run up your bill, it will ruin relationships.
Okay, this sounds
put my
awful.
phone in my bag,
I'm glad
and I don't know it, but the right-hand button is being pressed for the next hour and a half, and it's just looping blank messages to this girl. You just met this guy at university. He's a bit of an unknown quantity. He has now just asked your friend for her number. And when he didn't get it, he has just sent you about 2,000 blank text messages with impatience. She must have had to turn off her phone, or it's just going off like ding, 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 ding. So I was like, oh, I'll look at my phone again. And I'm like, oh my God, it's got 1,000 of 2,000 messages still to send. And I'm like, oh, you can't cancel it. Like the whole phone is just going into paralysis with how many messages it has to send. And so eventually I'm just like, I'm pulling the battery off the phone. Then I'm in this dilemma because it's like, you've now sent this girl 1,000 messages. Do you call her and say sorry? Do you send her another text message and say, sorry about that, I have this inexplicable problem?
She'd be like, what the fuck does that mean?
And so what I decided to do was nothing.
Yeah.
I just never said anything about it and decided I sure hope I don't run into her again. And then about 2 days later, I get a message. The message has Girl B's number in it.
Wow!
Like I still felt like I couldn't explain the situation, so I never did. And then I went on this like awkward, not quite date thing with Girl B. For some reason, she agreed to meet up. Maybe I just forgot or something, but I never explained it to her either.
She went on a date with you because she was afraid of the same thing happening to her.
Yeah, I got to do this to save my friends. I'll never forget this. You do the same for me.
That's good. I don't know where this is going.
I'm trying to get some life insurance at the moment because I'm going to perish soon, probably.
Yeah.
They actually have a person come to your house now. You don't have to go to the doctors and do X, Y, Z. They'll just have a lady come to your house with a little suitcase. So she wheels it in. She comes into my office and she just starts taking blood. Like I'm sitting in my chair and I got a fucking needle in my arm. And she's draining all the blood from my body. And,
I mean, you did consent to it, to be fair. You kind of made it sound like she just rocked up and sticked you.
But one thing I didn't know that I was signing for is they do a urine test as well.
Oh, stole your piss.
She hands me these 2 cups, fill one halfway and fill the other one full. And
that one's for me.
Yeah, she hands me a coffee mug and she goes, if there's any spare. I piss into these 2 cups and I thought it would go everywhere because I'm not very used to it.
I got a shotgun cock.
Yeah, very powerful stream. I had to hold it about 15 feet away. Anyway, so I do that. But then the worst part is, right, I thought, oh, she's going to put it in these like plastic bags and send it away to the labs. Nope, that's just what she's doing with the blood. She gets out this like fish water testing kit and then she starts dipping it in the cup while I'm
fucking doesn't.
Yeah. To be fair, it's better that she did something with it because imagine if you just brought it out and she was like, ugh.
Yeah, but it was so healthy, she said. It was just such
so tasty.
Yeah, such vital piss that she didn't even bother sending the other cup to the lab. No, that's good. No proteins.
She just put it in her pocket and walked out.
Yeah, right. Just dabbed a bit on her neck and went, that'll keep those foxes away. Fuck, sorry. I know I keep doing this. Hold on one sec.
You're good.
Historian's at the store at the moment. I have to reply to it.
Get me more piss. The woman today stole all of mine. Can I get you the piss in the bags? It's cheaper.
Hey guys. Editor here. They didn't bother recording an ending. So instead, here's a small taste of what it's like to edit for IH. Please end my suffering.
Alright, 3, 2, 1.
My baby don't mess around.
Note to the editor.
Editor, extend his neck 50 times.
I have to go to the bathroom so badly.
Hey, editor. Wait, how do we get onto...
Editor, leave that in.
Editor, cut that out. Sorry, none of these are fucking scary.
Leave all of those in.
Leave the last 3 hours of footage in.
Note to the editor.
Hey, Barry, make sure to cut out right when I start saying bitch.
By the way, editor, sorry, I have accidentally hit stop record on so it's out of sync.
Hey, editor, just make the graphics scary.
Yeah,
it'll do. You'll figure it out.
So I don't know if this is going to work, but...
Have you ever encountered a spooky spook? Have you ever been stalked? Have you been walking down the streets of...
Dear editor.
Delete everything. Delete the last 10 minutes.
Hey, don't tell people that.
I'm so sorry. Please keep that in.
We can't do that, but this would be torture for the editor. He'd be so mad. Just a small town girl. What?
I fucking knew it.
It's like me,
abuse.
It's like me with my eating.
Yeah, actually. It is a lot like you when you're eating. So you should stop it.
Speaking of which, Would you like some cake?
I'm gonna leave in the whole argument we had about you not eating the cake during the Season of the Champ video, so people know how serious I am about it.
It's chantilly cream vanilla bean.
That doesn't make it okay.
Mini sheet cake from Trader Joe's. It's a moist, flavorful cake with the smooth vanilla bean buttercream frosting.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all think about how little I give a fuck. I don't care.
So you don't want cake?
The sound of chewing on a microphone is not appealing.
Some people like it.
Name them.
Some girls get paid to do that.
Name 3 women.
I don't know.
Exactly. Nobody that fucking matters. This was a great video. It did not make me sad about Skitten's childhood as much as I thought it would.
I really enjoyed this video. This was a great time. I personally don't feel like my childhood was sad. It can't be because I'm an adult now.
It's over now.
But I don't think my childhood was that. It was very little sad. I got a little tripped up in my words there, but you guys know what I mean. Anti-Husin, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave your reaction requests and recommendations down in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me, husband. I hope you'll join me for some cake later. Peace out, Hope Biscuits. It's Skittenlit.